Good morning, students. Myself, Hirokumar S. Patel, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department from the Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Today we are discussing about the computer-aided manufacturing. As we all know, what is manufacturing? Manufacturing, it means we are creating, we are designing, and we are producing a new product. And computer-aided manufacturing, it means we are using a computer for the designing, creating, and producing a new part. Let's go to the CAD/CAM concept. First of all, the entry of computers in the field of design and manufacturing has led the emergence of the new areas known as CAD/CAM. So the computers enters into the manufacturing field, and that field is called as a CAD/CAM. Now what is CAD? So CAD can be defined as the use of computer system to assist in the creation, modification, synthesis, analysis and optimization of a design. It means CAD means the we have to create a design, we can edit it, it means a modification, we can synthesize it, we can go for the analysis, it means a stress analysis or a strain analysis, then we are going for the optimized solution for the design. Now next term is the CAM. CAM can be defined as the use of computer system to plan, manage and control the manufacturing operation through the direct or indirect computer interface with the manufacturing machines. As we know that in a CAD, what we have discussed, in a CAD we can say that CAD is used for the design, modification, analysis and optimization. Okay, so same wise that design is goes for the manufacturing purpose. Now the manufacturing purpose includes the manufacturing machines, manufacturing operations, manufacturing sequences that will be done by the use of computer interface, so that is called as a CAM. Let's start with the first slide. Today we are discussing about the computer aided manufacturing. So we are starting with the CAD/CAM concepts. So as we know that today the trend which works with the computers. So computer insert in on all the technical manners. So the field which use a computer in a design and manufacturing, which developed as a CAD/CAM. So the definition of CAD is defined as the use of computer system to assist in the creation, modification, synthesis, analysis and optimization of a design. So we can say that by the use of computer we can create a drawing, we can change the drawing, and then after we can go for the stress and stress analysis and the optimization. Now another term, that is CAM. What is CAM? CAM means it can be defined as the use of computer system to plan, manage and control the manufacturing operation through the direct or indirect computer interface with the manufacturing machine. As we know that in a traditional systems the machine will be controlled by the humans, but nowadays in a modern technical manufacturing system the machine will be controlled by the computers. So the process plan, the work layout, the processing operations can be done by using a CAM, which by the CAM softwares. Now next one is the conventional product cycle. So the steps which are involved into the cycles are: first step, that one is the product concept, next one is the design, then drafting and documentations, process planning, production planning, production, quality control, marketing, and last but not the least, customer feedback. Here is the flowchart of the conventional product cycle. It begins with the product concept. Product concept includes a new product idea. That idea will be transferred to the design engineering department. Design engineering department can analyze, synthesize and optimize that new idea and report it to the drafting department. Drafting department can make a component data, assembly data, material requirement data and forward it to the process planning department. Now, according to the drafting department, process planning department make a material requirement planning, tool requirement planning, machine requirement planning, sequence of operations, numbers of operation and make a report and forward it to the production. So here the according to the process planning, the actual production will be started. So after completing the production, the product it goes to the quality and inspection department. So completing the inspection, product goes for the packaging and completing the packaging, product goes to the market. So if the product is reliable into the market, the cycle is keep on rotating. But if product does not sustains into the market, so the newer concept will be generated. Let's move to the types of manufacturing system. Here is the chart of the types of production system. So we can see that types of production system can be divided into main two parts. First one is the intermittent production system and second one is the continuous production system. So first part, that is intermittent production system, will be divided into three subparts. First one is the project production flow. So in a project production flow, company accepts a single complex or a contract order. The order must be completed within a given period of time and a estimated cost. Example like a construction work, construction of a airport, dam, road, building or a ship building. Then after, the next one is the jobbing production flow. So in a jobbing production flow, it involves a custom work such as a product for a specific customer or a small batch of a work in a quantity usually less than those for a mass market product. The next one is the batch production flow. So in a batch production flow, it will be made together. Batch is finished before starting the next batch. Like automobile industries, in automobile industries, the manufacturing of car will be done in a batch. If one batch will be sold, then after the next batch will goes to the in a production. Next is continuous production system. Continuous production system will be divided into two parts. One is mass production flow, second is process production flow. So in a mass production flow, it is also known as flow production, in which production of large amount of standardized products on a assembly line, like a screw, bolt, nut, they are the standard part which are made from the mass production line. Next one is the process production flow. In a process production flow, number of operations and processes are continuously run for the production. Now the evolution of CAM. So the roots of CAD/CAM trail back to the beginning of civilizations, when the engineers of the ancient civilizations such as Egyptians, Greeks and Romans acknowledged the importance of the graphical communication. It means the CAD/CAM is begins for the graphical communication. Later on, Leonardo da Vinci develops a techniques such as cross-hatching and isometric views. The invention of computers and xerography made possible the creation of graphics and visualizations. In early 1950s, after World War II, we required to design a complex parts and the invention of the numerical control that substitutes the requirement for skilled human machine operators. At the same time, another invention like a digital computer
and then after the NC providers, then after the creation of robot, CAD, CAM, flexible manufacturing systems are in a row. Next is the benefits of CAM. As we know that the application of CAM in the production offers advantages to a company to develop capabilities by combining traditional economies of scale with economies of scope, resulting in the desired flexibility and efficiency. As we all know, if we introduce a CAM into the manufacturing, it gives a maximum flexibility, efficiency. Okay, so the first one is it gives a greater supervision of the productions. Fast response to change in a market demand. It means if the market changes, it means a variety changes, so we can do the change in a product very easy. Then after, greater flexibility, it means we can change our production line, we can change our variety, we can change our quantity. Next one, product variety. Then after, small lot sizes, we can produce a product in a base size, we can produce a product on a base of job production. Next is distributed processing capabilities. Then after, weight reduce waste. So the technologies related to CAM. So there are several constitutes technologies in a CAM. First one is the computer numerical control, CNC. Next one is the CAM software. Then after, the robotics. Then after, flexible manufacturing. Then after, CAPP, computer aided process planning. Next one is enterprise resource planning. And last is the product life cycle management. Now we move to the computer integrated manufacturing. So it has a three terms. First one is the computer, second one is the integrated, and third one is the manufacturing. So SIM, it is the application of computer in manufacturing in a integrated way. SIM is an attempt to combine computer technologies in order to manage and control the entire business of manufacturing. So we can say that we are combining the computer technologies to control our manufacturing and production or the entire business. SIM is the computerization of design, manufacturing, distribution, and business function into one coherent system. So we can say that SIM included the design, manufacturing, distribution, business. So all the functions will be included into the SIM. So there are main difference between CAM and SIM. That is, SIM included the business function, where CAM, it doesn't included the business function. CAM just included the design, manufacturing with the use of computer. But in a SIM, it uses the design, manufacturing, and business function with the computers. Clear? Here is the evolution of SIM. The concept of SIP has been involved in 1970. So there is an idea in 1970, but the actual starting of technology is in 1980. With the globalization of economy, every industries are competing with each other, and due to that, the market has transferred to the seller market driven to the customer occupied market. Now today's market is depend upon the customer demand. So customer is demanding more product variety, better product quality, and low cost product. So this had led emergence of SIM. Next is the factor affecting to the development of SIM. So there are several factors which affect to develop the SIM, like advancement of CNC. Advancement of CNC, it means it comes from NC to CNC. Next is the FMS and automation technologies. Then after the development of cost effective and high speed computer system, market challenges, high labor cost, global competitions, buyer driven market. Then after, main thing, customer demand, variety, better product quality, low cost product. So these are the factors which affects the development of SIM. So I am repeating it. It requires the CNC, FMS and automation technologies. It requires the cost effective and high speed computer system, and it requires the challenge for high labor cost, global competitions and buyer market. Next is the variety, product variety, better product quality and low cost product. Now the concept and scope of SIM. So SIM system applied by the computer and communication technology to completely integrate and automate for following four factors. It means SIM system is applied by the computer to control and communicate to the production and manufacture in a way of automate. So there are four factors. First one is design. Second one is manufacturing planning and control. Third one is manufacturing, and last but not the least, business function. SIM and CAD/CAM are very closely related, but scope of SIM is broader than the CAD/CAM. Why? Because in a CAD/CAM we are just including the design by the use of computer, manufacturing by the use of computer, but in a SIM we are including the business function. So that is a main point for a SIM. Here it is a SIM wheel. Here we can see that the manufacturing and human resource management, then after marketing, strategic planning and finance. So we can say that are the business function which can be included into the CAM. So CAM becomes the SIM. Generally CAM included the material, scheduling, design, analysis, synthesis, quality control, production. Okay, so these are the factors which included into the CAM, but the main function, business function, when added into the CAM, it becomes a SIM. So here we can see the SIM wheel. Now why we are using SIM? So first thing is, today's market is a customer driven market. Every industries are competing with each other, so to meet the competitive pressures. Second one, to coordinate and organize data. The whole system works in a hierarchical structure, and each and every departments are coordinate with each other. So the data has been stored and data has been transferred to each and every department. So that is a coordination and organizing data. Third one is to eliminate paper and cost associated with its use. Now we are using a computer in a production, computer in a manufacturing, computer in a design. So every data has been stored in a computer. So no requirement of a paperwork. Next is to automate communication within a factory. So automate every machinery is not a traditional machine. Every machinery is a CNC machines which operate with a computer. Every material handling equipments are work with a computer program. So we can say that the whole plant is automate. Okay, so next is the facilitate simultaneous engineering. It means continuous production work with a facilitate simultaneously. Okay, here is the objective of SIM. The main aim of SIM is to use the advanced information processing technology into all areas of manufacturing industry. Means we are using information processing technology in the all the areas of industry like design, production, quality control. Okay, next one is more productive and efficient. So in a by using a SIM system, we are make a product in a job production system, batch production system, or a mass production system, but the quality and quantity has been maintained, so the product productivity is increasing very efficiently. Next is to increase product reliability. Our quantity and the variety has been changed according to the customer demand, and we are making a product in a batch production, so the reliability of the product has been increased. The customer satisfaction has been increased because the production is done on the basis of customer demand. It decreased the cost of production and maintenance. The production has been done after completing all the design, analysis, and synthesis process. So the waste has been reduced, the cost of production has been reduced, and the maintenance is also reduced. It also reduced the numbers of hazardous jobs. Now, here is the SIM 1 and SIM 2. SIM 1, it means it is a computer integrated manufacturing. It is aimed to interfacing the existing system, result of the fourth generation of computer. So, in short, it is used for existing system for data interfacing. So SIM 1 will be applied into your existing system for data interfacing, whereas SIM 2, computer integrated manufacturing, the integration of total manufacturing enterprise through the use of integrated system and data communication, result of the fifth generation of computers networking. So in a SIM 2, the all the system has been in a networking or in a data communication. So we can say that in a SIM 2 all the system has been interconnected. So finally we can say that SIM 2 is true SIM, which means at true integration of system. So generally in a industries they are preferring SIM 2 because SIM 2 is internally connected with all the systems of the industries, which is also called as a networking. Here is the computerized elements of SIM system. So first we are starting with the first circle, that is your factory operations. So generally factory operation has been divided into four main parts. The first part, that is design, second part, that is manufacturing planning, third one is the manufacturing control, and last is the business function. So design it will be done by the computers, so it requires software that is called as a CAD softwares. Here we can say that CAD software, it includes geometric modeling, engineering analysis, design review, and automation drafting. Next one is manufacturing planning. Manufacturing planning, The planning has been also done by the use of computers, or we can say that it is a CAM. So here are the CAM: cost estimations, computer aided process planning, NC part programming, computerized work models, MRP, MRP2, capacity planning. So manufacturing related planning has been done into or by the use of computer. The next one is the manufacturing control. So manufacturing control, it is also called as a CAM, but it includes the process control, process monitoring, shop floor control, computer aided inspection. And the last one is the business function. So business function, it included computerized business system, order entry, accounting, payroll. So these are the computerized elements of SIM system. Next is role of manufacturing engineers in a SIM. Now here you have to assume that you are an engineer and you are working in a industry. Now what is your role in a manufacturing? So manufacturing engineer is a versatile in nature. Second thing, due to continuous upgradation and modification, manufacturing engineer must be closely interact with design engineering. So engineer has to be continuously upgraded and in a contact with a design engineer. Next is manufacturing engineering needs to understand design process, especially CAD tool. As we all know, every mechanical engineer has a basic knowledge about a CAD tool. It is must requirement. Then manufacturing engineer must be develop certain degree of expertly in the area of maintained of their own machine. If we are working in an industry, there are numbers of machines which gives a continuous production, so we have to create a specialization to maintain that machineries. Next is manufacturing engineers must understand the various system machine tool like a hydraulic system, pneumatic system, electric system and computer system. So engineer has a knowledge about the pneumatic system, hydraulic system, electric system and a computer system. So that are the role of engineers in a manufacturing system. Next is role of management. So management, it is a topper section of the industries. They are taking a decision, they are finalizing the data. Okay, so first thing is to development of business model for factory to understand the problem. So they have to design a business model which will be easily understandable. Next is functional model for the process, function and activities. Same here, they are making a functional model which will be easy to understand the process, functions and the activities. Then develop an information model for a system, database, information exchange. So they are making a model for exchanging the information database. Next is they are making a network model for communicate each and every department. Then after they are developing an organization model for integrating various islands of automation. And last, they develop the implementation plan which takes into account for a special features of the business and operation. So The role of management is to make a business model for easy understandable. They have to make a functional model for easy understandable for the process and function and activities. They have to make a information model to distribute or exchange the data. They have to make a network model for communicate to each and every department. They have to make a organization model to integrate various island of the automation. And last, they have to make a implementation plan for to take into account of special features of the business and operations. Clear? So thank you for watching it. Stay home.